Ooh. Here we go, guys. Ooh, close that door, will ya? That's much better. How's it going, stream? How's it going, chat? It's a bit chilly out. Huh? Get my jacket off. How's everyone doing on this fine Friday? Oh, so warm, so cozy. How we doing, everybody? I've got some education in store for you. I know we just ended off a tough week, but I thought that we could sit back, relax, and enjoy some trivia, I guess you could say. This is Cassie's corner, so she gets to sit on my lap for today. And we can get started. How's everyone doing? You guys must be wondering, what is Cassie's corner? It was the end. I went to the end slide. There we go, y'all. Alright, everybody. It's a new segment where I find something interesting, I do a deep dive, and then I teach you guys what it is. Well, not teach. We talk about it. I'm not a teacher. But I thought it would just be a good way to relax on the weekends. Really fun. The topic of today, everybody. The topic of today, everybody, is Göbekli Tepe. What is Göbekli Tepe, you guys may be asking? Just looks like a bunch of rocks. Hold on, I gotta turn down the lo-fi hip-hop. Oh, it really is. It's actually insane. Let me teach you guys, let me show you guys why Göbekli Tepe is so important. No, you don't have to take notes, you just gotta sit back and absorb the information, alright? What is Göbekli Tepe, everybody? Well, unearthed back in the 60s, we have Göbekli Tepe, located right here in Turkey. It's unearthed by a man named Klaus Schmidt, who passed away a while ago. Rest in peace. But he was very, very intelligent. And this was actually unearthed by him. It was found by a couple of researchers back in the 60s, I believe, who just thought it was some random Byzantine Empire ruins, I guess you could say. So it is very, very intricate, everybody. Let me tell you. Let's go back to this slide. You can see the carvings right here. You can see how absolutely rotund this is. You can see the huge monoliths. Yes, they are monoliths. They're absolutely massive. And here's the thing. Do you see this? The Colosseum, 1900 years old. The Giza pyramids, 4,500 years old. Stonehenge, 5,000 years old. Göbekli Tepe, older than we even imagined intellectual human beings to exist. 12,000 years old. And it was deliberately covered, not contaminated by any cultures. It was found in the 60s. And there's still hundreds of megalithic structures still covered by dirt. And if that's not the coolest thing you've ever heard of, let me enlighten you some more. These are just some of the inscriptions you can find on this 12,000-year-old monolithic structure. We can see these bags. These bags are found everywhere on ancient carvings. These bags are found on every, well, not every, but almost every monolith across the globe, I guess you could say. It's really fun. We have, I guess, a line right here. How do they do it? Why do they do it? Let me explain. I don't know exactly how they did it. I'm guessing a lot of tools, manpower, really cool stuff. But look at this. Look at this. Do you see this? This right here. This is incredible. And not just because it's a 3D sculpture, but it's a 3D sculpture before we even imagined worship began. These people are thought to be hunter-gatherers. Oh, see you, rat lover. We'll see you in a bit. I'm recording this entire thing, so don't worry. But this 3D sculpture is not, it's not found 3D sculptures like this until a couple thousand years later. And this is determined to be 12,000 years old. Yes, it was dismissed. They thought it was from the Byzantine Empire. And it includes ancient knowledge of geometry. This is the coolest part. We have an equilateral triangle between sites B, C, and D. Now, you can think this is a coincidence, but if they already had 3D sculptures, I don't think so. I don't think so. People, it's a place of worship. I guess. I don't really see it. But ancient cultures would always have phallic, I guess you could say phallic structures. But this is not one of them. I don't think there's any phallic structures anywhere in here. But it's a worship site. So it was estimated that people would trek from up to 90 miles away. 90 miles away. Hugo, I know you're European, so I included the kilometers for you. It's a lot. It's a lot. And some of these blocks are up to 50 tons. 50 tons. You're welcome, Hugo. And what we saw here is estimated to just be a percentage of what lies underneath. A percentage, a little tiny percent. It is absolutely insane what was discovered. And of course, the location does not help. There's a lot of turmoil around, so we haven't gotten around to uncovering even more. But let me show you this cool thing. Oh, nope, wrong one. This is determined from ground penetrating radar. And these are just some of the sites that you can find. These show the pillars. These are aligned directly due north, directly due south. This means they had knowledge of true astronomy, I mean. This means that they knew directional, not signals, symbols. How did they do that? It's a mystery. But I have a man who might know the answer. And his name is Graham Hancock. He's one of my favorite intellectuals. He theorized this in his book, Magicians of the Gods. At the very least, it would mean, by it, he means Göbekli Tepe, that some unknown and unidentified people somewhere in the world had already mastered all the arts and attributes of a high civilization more than 12,000 years ago, in the depths of the last ice age and had sent out emissaries around the world to spread the benefits of their knowledge. So he believes this is the workings of people who already knew this stuff. And like I said earlier, people trekked from 90 miles, 150 kilometers, just to visit this site. And like I said before, people were thought to be hunter-gatherers, but hunter-gatherers can't make 3D sculptures like this. Hunter-gatherers cannot make such smooth carvings on the stone. Hunter-gatherers would not have the technology to lift 50-ton stones. And that's where Graham Hancock believes this knowledge came from. In ancient civilization, in the period of the last ice age, back when there was an event called the Younger Dryas event, where there was a mega extinction and it just happened randomly, and Graham Hancock believes it was because of a comet hitting the ice sheets, creating a flood, which inspired Atlantis, Noah's Ark, a lot of different... Just go back and look at all these ancient stories of floods, and it all lines up to this event. And Göbekli Tepe was buried as if they knew that they couldn't leave it above ground, or else there would have been repercussions and they would have lost Göbekli Tepe. I just think that's incredible. I just think it's insane. Now let's go back to these images. I just want to show how incredibly precise Göbekli Tepe is. These are the stones that are aligned due north and due south. I believe they're the same ones in this image right here. And just look at this site. I mean, just look at this site. The wood, obviously, not part of it. That's part of the excavation crew. But look at the amount of just sheer stone. Perfect circle, absolutely. Look at these diagrams. Look at how circular these are. Look at the alignment in the monoliths. And yes, these are monoliths. They're 50 tons. I just think this is one of the answers for our questions of ancient civilization. We gotta just look at Göbekli Tepe. I mean, come on. Look at this. A 3D sculpture on a stone that weighs a ton of tons. This wasn't made by hunter-gatherers. I believe this was not made by hunter-gatherers. It's a nice... Yeah, it is a cool animal. I think it's a lizard. Maybe a cheetah. Look, we got birds. Got a scorpion. We got the bags. I might do a whole Cassie's Corner on the bags one day. The bags have a lot of significance. But yes. This has been Cassie's Corner. I really hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for coming, joining me for some enjoyable lessons. Maybe your mind has been opened a little bit. Maybe next time you think about ancient civilizations, you think back to Göbekli Tepe, and you just enjoy yourself. Maybe do a bit more research if you're interested. And if you are if you are just stopping by and you enjoyed this Cassie Corner and you enjoyed me and Cassie explaining to you guys Gobekli Tepe, I would appreciate if you dropped that follow button. Dropped a follow. And turned on notifications. You can find me on Twitter, YouTube, TikTok. I still have to change my TikTok username to that, but... yeah, I hope you enjoyed. That has been Cassie's Corner.